to get some shots up, find the touch, find the range, find themselves. We're almost at game time. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Memphis Grizzlies here in FedEx Forum. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Houston Rockets. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks.
For that Thunder game, that should be an interesting one. Early in the season, both teams will still be working out the details.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. And for Memphis, we've got Cunningham. Rudy Gobert is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Well, GA, we know it's still very early in the season, but still, just how defined are these teams at this point?
Kevin, it varies squad to squad in a big way. Some teams are very solid now. Things are pretty set in stone. Others are looking for what really works in the moment of truth.
Cunningham left side. Pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. Holmgren sets the screen for Cunningham. Unloads. Rebound collected by Levine. Detroit with the ball. Now, Antetokounmpo. The three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for Memphis. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Gobert with a screen on Levine. Lets the three fly. No good. Shot missing. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And now, look at Rudy Gobert here. Coming off a terrific season. 3rd in shooting percentage, 7th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. That's to Porzingis. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Now here's Markkanen. Defense right on him. Now Cunningham. Ring shot on the way. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Driving the lane. It's stolen by Cunningham. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Markkanen kicks to Holmgren. Pass to Markkanen. 4 on the clock. Holmgren dishes to Gobert. Three-pointer, Markkanen, and another miss by Memphis. Detroit leading by 3. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Markkanen. 11 feet away, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 0-5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Markkanen passes to Cunningham. Out to the right wing. Holmgren kicks to Cunningham. And again, Memphis no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And if you look at what he's done over the last few years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
We could celebrate tonight. You can't bring me down. Got my hands up. Play that song again. Take me higher, higher. Where I'm living like it's the weekend.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Pistons second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Still without a basket in the game. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Has to go Bear. Just 5 on the clock. Holmgren with a screen on Levine. And the jump by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Bean passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Bowl. Pass to Giddey. Launches a 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. 1:12 left in the first quarter. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and a Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Now, here's Holmgren. Gobert with a screen on Clarkson. And it's all evened up.
Well, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Giddey. Scoreless thus far. 36 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Ball gets to Clarkson. Giddey, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now, here's Cunningham. He had 15 points last out. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, passing is truly one of the strengths of Cunningham's game, even when he's already inside the paint.
Now, Clarkson. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
They've got Simmons, Chet Holmgren out there with Norman Powell, and it's Cunningham. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Pistons leading by 5. And after years of disappointment, the Pistons 10 finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside.
And there's news coming out of Oklahoma City. Let's get the live update from our NBA League insider, Shams Charania, about the Thunder. Shams.
Hey, Kevin. They've added Bam Adebayo. He's an anchor in the paint that's going to really bolster the defense of this team. Always a threat to block shots and stack up double-doubles. Bam is an impactful leader as well. His energy on the court is also something fans love to see, and opposing players try to avoid. A major addition for this team.
Thank you for the insight, Shams. Much appreciated. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value. Those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll, and if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Simmons against Porzingis. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded closely. Cunningham left side. That one's off. Still out of sync. Pistons leading by 10. Levine looking around. From downtown, it's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Simmons. Holmgren kicks the foul. Cunningham outside. A steal. Pass to Levine. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. He's got 5.
And Levine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a teammate.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. He's checked in for the Grizzlies. Lowry Marketing comes in for Cade Cunningham. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Simmons passes to Holmgren. Memphis moving that ball around. 5 to shoot. Pass to Ayton. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about it.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
So it's the Pistons now. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Well, you've got 2 teams, one from each conference, trying to reach that upper echelon. Should be an interesting matchup.
Up top, Markkanen. To end the run, back to Powell. Pass to Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Simmons. Here's Ayton. Trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Ayton's got his first points of the night.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
And just over 3.5 minutes play here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Giannis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's coming off an excellent season. How about 30 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
Well, when so many teams get smaller when they go to the bench, he actually gives them more size oftentimes.
Powell kicks to Markkanen.
Pistons foul. Number 17. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Holmgren. Last game, 26 points.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside, Simmons. 5 to shoot. Pass to Markkanen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Pistons ball.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Second is Zach LaVine.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Khalil Ware comes in for Holmgren. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Ben Simmons. Powell against LaVine for 3. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. Giannis Antetokounmpo is embracing his emotional leadership role. He said, before I was really serious and quiet, now I'm more vocal, smiling, having fun. It carries over. I don't lead by example, but I know that my voice carries a lot of weight. Back to you.
It sure does. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Powell outside. And Memphis turns it over again.
And checking out some stats for LaVine. He's coming off an excellent season and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And back to what you said, he was runner-up in the three-point accuracy category last season because no one could get him out of his rhythm. He was just unstoppable. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Pistons. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Bull the pass to LaVine. No good on the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Cunningham dishes it to Ware. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ware kicks to Cunningham. Pass to Gobert. Outside, Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. It's Solomon and Antetokounmpo. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. Just 3 on the clock. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Antetokounmpo. And the Pistons lead by 18. After one half, it hasn't even been close. Pistons ahead as they end the second quarter on a 20-4 run. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference.
You know, for the Grizzlies, they've had some hiccups early on, but I don't think that takes away from the potential of this team. With their talent and coaching, they could easily mount a challenge for the top spot before it's over.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Memphis Grizzlies. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in a second. so it's Detroit with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Holmgren can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The tray, that's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Grizzlies shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. From the wing, rebound by the Pistons. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. Charity stripe shot. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference. They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. In 3rd, the Grizzlies.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Now, here's Markkanen. Still scoreless. To the inside. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Markkanen.
And that is their first make of the 3rd. Let's see if that gets them going.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams. And he's really embraced that role. He's going to be a positive influence both on and off the court. some stats for Cunningham. Coming off a terrific season. 4th in assists. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace, he was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Outside, Levine. To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert. Shot left block. And that's off the glass and in. 8 points for him.
And you got to like the vision for marking it. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Fires the three, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc, and Markkanen on the follow.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the boards, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Now here's Giannis. 6 points for him. That's to Porzingis. This one for 3. No good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Holmgren with a screen on Levine. And here's Gobert. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Shot clock at 3. Cunningham for 3. No good that time. Pistons leading by 20. Here's Levine. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
And that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group. Andre Ayton's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Khalil Ware comes in for Chet Holmgren. Powell, he's checked in for Markkanen. And it's Ben Simmons in for Cade Cunningham. Here's Ware. Still yet to score. Ayton a screen. 8 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
1:22 left to play here in the third. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Out left to the wing. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clock at 4. Pass to Houston. Shoots over Powell. Houston's shot is off. And stolen by Bull. It's good. Bull's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Inside. Stolen by Levine. Here's Houston. Now here's Porzingis. He's defended by Ware. From the arc. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 15.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. As we get going in quarter number 4, we've got Chet Holmgren. He's out there with Lauri Markkanen. Cade Cunningham out there with Rudy Gobert. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The 17-footer. Here's Bol. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
He gets it in there.
You got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block. It imposes his will.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner, and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now, that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing.
Number 12.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Cunningham outside. To the middle. Here's Gobert. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one is on Bol. And a four-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you'd think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high. Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now, here's Cunningham. Markkanen finds Holmgren. Markkanen sets the pick for Holmgren. Cunningham for 3. It doesn't go for him.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Launches it. And another 3 for Detroit.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And all of that success from the three-point line will open up driving lanes. Let's see if they can take advantage of that as well.
Now, here's Cunningham. Back to Markkanen. Memphis moving it around. Fires for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Pass to Bol. From outside the arc, Markkanen pulls it in. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Cunningham kicks to Holmgren. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And Levine with the slam.
And there's a reason Levine was a back-to-back champ at the slam dunk contest. He doesn't waste an opportunity to put on a show.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
And rising with such ease, Markkanen likes to get up top to bring it down.
Levine finds Antetokounmpo to the paint. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a galley win for the Pistons.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cunningham left side. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Count it.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
And here's Levine. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball. That's why we were able to close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.